Yes, it's there's blood in the streets. It might not be old season, but just hang tight, guys. We're gonna be okay.
Oh god. Oh goodness. Who let him onto the stream? Who let him onto?
Look, must we shake you? Look. There is dips in alt season. This is where you buy the alts because they react very well from this and they bounce very fast. And if you keep watching the dominance, you will see.
Everybody in the whole world is panicking. Everybody in the whole world is panicking, except us. Except anyone that's been watching our shows. We're not panicking because Bitcoin just came into our buy zone. Exactly. It's like what we said.
Guys, we knew it was coming. And I'm glad, you know, we've even seen it in the comments. We've seen how everyone is actually a bit more calm for once. And it's weird that we saw it was coming, and now all of a sudden, here comes the news. I love it. I love how there always has to be a reason for something to happen. We knew it was coming. We saw it beautifully. I hope you guys have kept a bit calm, but this is what we needed. And now we can finally start acting on this, and now we can see what's the next move.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the next move is, do we buy now? And is that big weekend that we spoke about coming now? Or is it coming a bit later? That's what we're going to talk about today. But until then, stay calm. Everybody relax. If you... Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys. And to the new people, welcome to our channel. Subscribe to our channel, like our videos, because this is the one channel that actually predicted this crash exactly as it happened. Nothing new to us. We said, I actually thought Bitcoin would go down to 53 or 52.5, and I think
fingers crossed, buddy. Fingers crossed. Might still happen.
Yeah. Okay, so when this happens, we've got to look at two things. We've got to look at the fundamentals. What is actually driving this crash? And then let's look at the charts and let's tell us where the charts are actually taking us. And then I think what we need to do is do an update, because I did say to you guys early in the week, I said, I think it's going to be the biggest buying opportunity of our lives, or a big crypto weekend. But because this dips came so late, I think it might not be a big weekend. It might be a big buying weekend. I think it might be a big buying weekend. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So without any further ado, let us look at what the hell is causing this correction.
And if you are new, show the love, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, join the best family in the world.
Exactly. You finally got it. So what is causing this correction? Well, first of all, let's look at it. There's the Bitcoin correction. And the Bitcoin correction started around about here, right over here. And if you look at the US stock market, exactly at the same time, the US stock market has been going down. Now, the US stock market is now down 2.35%. And just to give you some perspective on where the US stock market is, it is at the same level that it first touched somewhere, or that it last touched somewhere around the 15th of October. So it's gone down, it's gone back by about a month. What caused this? Well, it is a new coronavirus variant, B1.1.529. The first case was detected right here.
Shout out to South Africans. Thank you for starting. We're the reason for the dip.
Contains 30 mutations to spike the protein, concerned that it may be more transmissible, evade vaccine immunity. Cases are already detected in Israel and in Hong Kong. UK and Israel have already imposed travel bans, and markets tumble. That is what's caused this whole dip. Okay, now ask yourself a question. What happens next? What happens next? I mean, do you think that this new mutation is going to create more lockdowns of economies? Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Do you think that this, if they do have more lockdown of the economies, they're going to stop printing money? No.
They're probably going to print more to find another solution.
More money.
They're going to save the day. They're going to save the day.
Oh. So this is like a buying opportunity then.
Oh. Exactly.
Everyone's panicking about a new mutation of the coronavirus. We know how to deal with viruses now. We know what governments do when there's viruses. They've got two things that they can do. One is a lockdown. I don't think we're going to go into a lockdown. I think like when the Delta variant came out, I may be wrong, but I think like when the Delta variant came out, they then tested the vaccine against the Delta variant and they said, okay, it's not 95% effective. It's something else effective. Let's not talk about it too much on the stream. And I think that is what could possibly happen. I mean, that is what could possibly happen. So I think the markets are panicking. Very important to remember. Very, very, very important to remember. Today is a half day on the US stock markets. So everyone's also going to rush in to get their trades because the markets close at 1 p.m. I think it's 1 p.m. today. So it's a half day on the US stock markets because it's Thanksgiving. So what do I think happens now? I think that the market calms down. The market panics because there's a new variant. Then over time, the market calms down and says, hold on, okay, it's another variant. The vaccine still works, maybe not as effectively. Maybe now you need your 17th Pfizer jab. I don't know how it works. Maybe they make some iterations to the thing. But I can't see another full-on whole world locking down. And even if that does happen, that just means more money printing. That's kind of how I see this thing. So I think it's initial.
And I feel that there's going to be a news article. Something's going to come out and it's going to calm that. So not to pump it, but I think they're going to respond. Someone's going to respond to this and what's happening. And you know what I mean? That's what we're going to need. Calmness, sideways in the market, relaxation, and then a massive, I still see a very good green week next week. So chart-wise, beautiful. Guys, we have to be patient. Wow, has it not been tough for this last week for us to sit through the zone? We knew it was going to come down to crunch time. We knew it was going to come down to the end of this wedge. We have now come down. So remember, this pullback, you always got to zoom out and have a look where we're actually at. We have just come back down and we're hitting the support. And we spoke about this 52 to 53K area, which we might still visit. We are getting into that very crucial zone at the moment, and it's still working out beautifully. Futures close out today. It always has to. Remember, the markets can't just pull back like this. When they pull back, there's got to be something that backs it so that people can understand it. Where all we see on a daily, we see candles. We could see weakness in the chart. We could see that the volume was a problem. We could see everything, and we knew another shakeout could come. And now all of a sudden there's news behind. So I sort of see it that something's going to come out to calm it down because they have to. This is going to create panic in the world again. It's going to create the fact that the stock markets are reacting so much. They're going to have to try to calm it down somehow. They're going to have to say something, relax, we're working on it or something. I then see the price calming down. I agree. I don't know if we're going to have the massive green weekend. It can actually be a sideways weekend where it can rally between 53 and 56 for the weekend. But we are getting very near. By the time Monday comes, we are at the end of this wedge, and we're going to have a very key decision. I'm still seeing a strong upwards. The charts has always been showing upwards. All my RSIs are at the bottom. I don't really care about news anymore. I don't really care about that stuff. I'm just working purely off of the strategy. So that's looking great. One thing we did see this morning was we did have a nice little dominance. I bet you don't show dominance. Don't show dominance. Don't show. Okay, I bet you that I'm not looking. I bet you that the wick just touched the trend line. Now let's see. Yeah. So what it did was, it's basically shot up exactly to the trend line. So let's have a look here. There we go.
On the trend line.
So it hits it beautifully on the trend line. Beautiful, beautiful. And if I look at this is probably in the zone, right? Ooh. USDT Dominance.
Obviously.
Beautiful. So guys, the charts have showed this. They've showed something like this is going to happen. We needed news. We needed this. Guys, we're starting to understand. We need to treat this like a game, right? Now this is where, remember, and I'm telling you tomorrow, fear and greed is sitting low 30s to late 20s. And we go back to that history again on the fear and greed and where we're looking at, guys, it has not lied every time. We have only been between 20 and 30 3 times this year, and every single time has been the lows of Bitcoin to a massive rally that came then after that. So we just had to, and I think the big thing we learned this last week, and you guys have been here, the views have been consistent, everything's been good. You guys have consistently sat through us with this, and you're now starting to realize the importance of patient buys and when to be relaxing. Bedtime is no trade. And then we're going to have a complete flip in the market again, and then it's time to make money again. So everything is still playing out beautifully. The alts are taking a bit of a smack, even though we had that little thing, that a lot of the alts are really, really cheap again. And I know, Rand, you're probably smiling now, and you're ready with that Kucoin account that things are getting cheap again, brother. They're getting very, very cheap. And remember, the fact that we're having this, to say plan B, I think we can shut that out right now on how high, where we can really get. all that I'm seeing now is a longer extended bull cycle and a bull market. And this can well go into next year. And the longer we take to grow, the better it is. The better it is for us.
This is what I've been waiting for. Do you remember the whole week I said to you, in the last 2 weeks, I kept saying to you, this is good, but we're not getting that big red candle. We're just not getting, we're getting red, but we're not getting that big red candle. There is that big red candle. That's the one I've been waiting for. And I think even one more down to 53.5, 52.5. That's another one.
I agree. And you know what's actually quite interesting, right? Is we got bulls and bears in the market, right? But bears also have FOMO. Look at this. The prices already dropped dramatically, and look how people are continuing to build shorts. So they're getting greedy. The bears are getting greedy because now they're following the same thing. So what I mean by that is Bitcoin has a 50% pump in a week, right? All of a sudden, everyone starts leveraging. They start longing Bitcoin. What do? They shake out the market. Now Bitcoin is dropping, and the bears are getting greedy, and they're just adding, and I just see the shorts just going up and up and up and up. Now the bears are getting greedy. We told you. You see, we're in this thing, and what happens? It's the exact opposite. Now, Red, can we bring up that broken indicator, please?
No, I'm not. No. I mean, honestly, and I even drilled down. I drilled down to the 1 hour of leverage. Leverage is going up. But wait, you can see it's not accurate because the price here is still like 57. So you can see it's not properly updated yet. It's not properly updated.
Yeah. I mean, we'll soon see. I still don't know if that works on short term, but I definitely can see leverages going up on shorts at the moment. I know they may not be counted in that one over there, but at least we're seeing now the bears are getting greedy. And this is great. Remember, we are always going to buy bears greed. It's simple like that. And we're going to buy retail fear. Using those two concepts is beautiful, and we learned how to be patient this week. So I'm thinking, I agree with you. I think something's going to come out to calm the nerves a little bit. They have to, because the stock markets are getting involved. Now, everything is starting to absolutely, tank. They're going to come in, calm it down. It's going to give us a sideways market. If we can just share my charts again here quick. It's going to give us sideways for the weekend in our beautiful, let's get this up here, in our beautiful buy zone. And then I'm seeing, remember, nothing just recovers in the matter of a quick thing. It will take, 2-3 days, but slow, little bit growth, little bit here, slow growth to this trend line. And then I'm seeing volume come in. And all of a sudden, we're going to see that there's news that the US government has printed or something's happened and the world's saved again. And then we continue the journey.
So wait, hold on. Show me now what the bottom of your line is. Like if I would say to you, like where would it break trend to go downwards?
50K.
No, but just put your cursor on the line. Just put your cursor on
my bottom line. So my line over here, 53 to 50.
That's what I said. I said 53. I said 53. Exactly. Okay, exactly. So actually, if you were to summarize what we're looking for now, anything below 53, 52.8, we have to reevaluate. And when we say that, we're talking about a daily close. Okay, so it might go down, but it needs to go back up. So if we get a daily close below the $53,000 level, then we need to do an emergency stream and we need to reevaluate, because that means that it might actually break the trend on the way down.
And remember, go for it.
For as long as it stays above that, then this is exactly what we predicted.
I know we're right. We will see as it goes. But you know what I love about this, and I'm not scared to be adding in these areas at all, is any break of resistance, test as support. It's always exactly where we bought. We will know the early warning signs. I'm never afraid ever of buying on supports, because whatever support, if it does break, it becomes resistance and we get out on a safer sort of run. The only thing is we'll be getting out on a pump and not getting out on a dump. That's a big lesson to be learning.
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm thinking sideways. I'm thinking slow, gradual growth back to the 57K region. It can still have the shakeout. 52, 53 is still aware. I'm buying up anywhere in these zones. Dominance is sideways at the moment. It did spike a little bit to thing. but it means we need to just focus on Bitcoin. Wherever Bitcoin is in great buys, you can be loading up on the good alts as well. And I do see the fact that we had a spike from dominance, which is really good. It means when we have an altcoin, when we have a bounce in the market, it's going to be a Bitcoin and an altcoin bounce. We're going to have a really strong bounce off of this area over here. And it's going to be a nice because of the alts getting a bit more destroyed than Bitcoin at this point.
There is a rule. The rule is when something breaks a trend line, it will come up to retest it.
Yes.
When Bitcoin dominance breaks the trend line on the way down, it will come up and it will retest it. And now it's come up and it's retested it. Now tell me, what is the point on that orange line for today where dominance would break the trend? On a close.
Over 43.5.
Okay, so anything between here and 43.5, we're happy.
Yeah. And the only way I can see that happening is if Bitcoin all of a sudden gets a 5K candle to the upward side. It's the only way I see it can steal a thunder. That's the only way.
Okay, that is amazing. Next question. Is it time to start buying?
I think so.
Yeah, I must say. I'm now starting to think. Now I'm saying, up until now, I've sat on my hands. I got a little bit of FOMO. I bought $5,000 worth of QRDR. I think now we need to start thinking about. Now I think it's time to actually start deploying cash. Then I guess the next question is, where do you deploy the cash? Because where do you start deploying this cash? Where do you start deploying the cash? And how quickly do you deploy the cash? Because now you want to start laddering in your buys. You don't want to be buying everything because now we've had a dip. Ladder in. It could go a bit further down. Some of the odds could go a bit further down. This is the beginning of the panic. The beginning of the panic. This is not the end of the panic. So question is, what do you buy?
Well, I think our top 10 coins, as always, I'm going to be filling up 60% of my bag on that. And then any of the new gems we've been speaking about this week, I'll be adding on. So all of them, Matic, Dot, Link, all of those are great ones. You're buying them on good specials. And what I'm looking at, just to answer your question there, what I'm going to be doing here personally is I'm going to be loading up 50% of my bags in these zones over here. And the other 50% is when we get the nice trend break next week. So I'm being clever. I'm being prepared for both. I'm being prepared that there's possible lower levels. I'm loading up a bit here, leaving a bit more, and the rest I'm buying on the breakout of that trend. So I still think ETH is massive for long-term safe investments. I still think ETH is massive. Dot, Link, VET,
also on the trend line. On the trend line.
Still making higher highs. So I like that. As we said, you know what I mean? So that's looking really good. A lot of the coins are looking great. The ETH dominance is looking fantastic. And remember, I just want to jump back to here as well. This is always a confirmation. Let's go look at the whole damn market. And the whole market's in a bar zone. The whole market, total one, fully is in a bar zone. So this is great. Okay.
Let's quickly look at something here. This is good. Okay. 163,000 traders liquidated. $651 million in the last 24 hours, $500 million in the last 12 hours, which means that most of the liquidations happened in the last 12 hours. Who got liquidated? 163,000 retail investors.
Retail
investors.
Out. You see these whales, they're actually bullies. They're really big bullies for the new guys that come into this. Be very careful coming in and leverage, guys. But we feed off of that. We fish with the whales. And that's it. Yeah, it's quite
you know what I want to check, actually? Kujira. I wonder where I can get the stats on how many people got liquidated and how much money people made buying Kujira. Right?
That's actually a clever token. It's a very clever token.
So it lets retail investors be like whales. And now that there's been a whole lot of liquidations, this is when Kujira would have been, you could have bid for the liquidations and you could have picked up Luna or B Luna at huge discounts. That would have been a very smart play. I'm glad I taught the community about that today. What else? I'm looking at the buy list. I hate to say it, but I still think nothing is. No, there are a few. Let's quickly go through some of the buy lists. Let's just go through them and decide.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you have what I've done is I'm going to start from the bottom this time because we're starting from the bottom here. So my neighbor Alice, it is at $20. It's come down 26.3%, 26.5% today. But I'm not going to buy it. You know why I'm not going to buy it? Because if I look at where it started the week, it's still 21.3% above where it started last week. So not cheap. Okay. Spell. Maybe cheap. Maybe cheap.
Yeah, because it's had a bad week and it's had a bad day. That's great. That's what you want
Bad
to be
week,
loading
bad
up
day.
on.
But let's zoom out a little bit and see what's happened in the last 90 days. If I buy today, when was the last time that the token was at this price? So the last time that the token was at this price was 18th of October. That's only taking me back a month. No, not good enough for me. Not good enough for me. I want better specials than that. I want better specials than that. That's how I shop for specials. I don't shop for specials, but just saying, hey, I take the price relative. So let's do it again, and let's quickly just change that. So let me actually try and flick it so we can actually look at it the other way around. Okay, so spell good. Start looking out for it, but for me, I would want to see a little bit more. I would want to see more specials. Alien Worlds back to the still 50% up on the week. Still not buying it. Zoo down 27%, 22%, but still only down 1% for the week. Not buying it. Let's start looking at the ones where I think that there is a little bit more degen to be had. Trader Joe still up 5% for the week, down to $3. Not buying it. Small buying to render, possibly small buying to render, possibly. You see, it's cheap, but there's no, like, you're only going back to a week ago. Most of these are up, like Tomb's up 47% this week. Songbird is up. I mean, all these are up. Ooh,
well, that's the thing, right? As soon as the market turns bullish, these alts go absolutely insane. The dominance indicator is not so. You know, catching one that's on a week special plus a day special, you know, these are the ones you got to look at because they bounce fast. We've seen it how many times now? After this big dump, there's still many coins that are in the green for the week.
Okay, I'm looking here. Is there anything that I think is like
Dot's so
dirt?
cheap. Jeez.
Dot's cheap. Dot is fucking cheap. $34 is cheap. It could go down. It could go down to 28, but I think $34 you can start laddering into Dot. Let's see what else I think is cheap.
Donkey's cheap.
Donkey's cheap. SFI is cheap. Are we the $54? Still up on the week though, but long term you can buy it. You know what? No. You start laddering in your buys now, but don't rush because I think there's still going to be. This is the beginning of the panic. Give it. I thought the panic would come. If you remember, I said I thought the panic would come Wednesday, and then I thought by Friday people would be recovering from the panic. I think the panic came Friday, which means people will start recovering by Monday or Sunday or something like that.
I agree.
Yeah,
100%.
So let's maybe agree to. I'm going to be on airplanes. So I can't really go live for the next 24 hours or something like that because I'm going to be flying to Miami if I can get out of South Africa. But let's agree that you'll go live if anything, if it comes down again.
If Bitcoin breaks 52, I'll go live 100%. Anything big, or if there's a massive bounce in the market, I'll go live too. So we are with you guys. We've done it together. Let's get through it. Let's go see the next step. But you're learning, and that's what I'm happy about.
Yeah, and I must say, I think the part that I'm the most happy about is when I'm reading the tokens here. The Banter community is so calm. Everyone here is so calm. It's like they've all been expecting it, and you compare that to what's happening on Twitter right now, and Twitter is panicking. And we at the Banter fam, we're so calm. It's like we've been waiting for this, and it came.
Fear is the reason we make money, right?
It came 2 days. It came 2 days. 2 days. 2 days later than expected.
What a week, bro.
I do actually have a gem, but it's risky. But I don't know if I should bring it up. What do you think?
I don't think it's the day to do it yet. Just in case. We've been through enough.
I'm always ready to degen. Always.
Okay, one.
Okay, look. Okay.
Well, I have to do one.
I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'm going to tell you why I like it, and then I'm going to give you my full rationale here, and then you guys must make a decision, okay? So hold on. I just want to make sure that I'm actually looking at the right thing before people here ape into the wrong token, because it can happen that people ape into the wrong token, because I may call the wrong token. Okay, here we go. So here is the token. The token is called UXD. Okay. The token is a algorithmic stablecoin on Solana, which was backed by Multicoin Capital in the beginning. How this algorithmic stablecoin works is, instead of investing in dollars or in assets to keep the asset stable, what it does is it invests in a whole lot of delta neutral swaps, derivative positions. So risk neutral derivative positions. And that's how, when the assets go up or down, it manages to keep its peg. Okay? So why am I talking about it? There was an auction which sold these tokens to the public. And I mean, I participated in the auction. And I think the auction closed off at like 0.25. So people who invested in the IDO or the auction or whatever you want to call it, they ended up paying like 0.2 or 0.25. Then the thing came down to 0.1 because no one understood what it did. As you can see, it launched like 0.1. So all the original buyers were 50% down, including myself. And now the thing's woken up because people are starting to understand it. And when a coin wakes up in a market which is going down, and it's being suppressed in a market which is going down, and it is fundamentally a good coin, it may be worth looking at. I'm not saying degen, I'm saying take a small position in it, because I was going to call it when before the market was crashing, because I thought someone's just realized how amazing this token is, but now the market's going up. So I don't know. That's my little degen for today. If you want a degen, if you're in the mood for degen, and just to be clear, hold on, just to be clear. That's what I think.
Yeah, and I think to sum it down, man, guys, ladder in some good positions. Keep yourself busy this weekend. Don't stick to anything. We had news that helped us get this dip, at least. Great. And then let's take it as it comes. Let's see by Monday. Ladder in some good spots. Get a break. Take a break because when the market turns bullish, we need you focused. Don't tire yourself out in a bear cycle. You need the energy for a bull cycle.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So listen, we'll be back. We're on Twitter. I'm at CryptoManRun. Tentino is at Sheldon_sniper, which is the Tentino's Twitter. Just quickly, how many likes are there?
And remember, guys, there's no later show today. There's no Banter Friday.
Oh yeah, no Banter Friday because I'm flying to Miami. Maybe if I can get out of here, if they don't stop the flights. Jimmy.
6.4K.
6,400 likes. Let's give away some MonkeyBall to the community. So I know it's a bad day on the market, but let's make people's day. Come on. It is all right. I'll choose. It is a bad day on the market, but I mean, let's just try and help people on a bad day and just help them.
Let's bring some smiles.
Let's bring some smiles. Well, I can't even click. I'm gonna because the chat's moving so fast. I'm just clicking.
Yes, it's pumping.
Okay, so Pulang TV. Change my mom, Uncle Ran. She doesn't support me being in crypto. She just turned 16.
My mom. Change your mom.
All right, you win a prize. You win 100 MonkeyBall tokens. But we have to identify, because you're 16. I have to find out where you actually are and whether you're eligible and whether we can give a 16-year-old tokens. The next person is. Come on, Run. You can MonkeyBall it. His name is Shit.
Shit.
Guy's name is Shit. Shit, you win some MonkeyBall, bro. Shit. I can't even click. Every time I click, it just jumps because it's too. Guys, slow down on the. If you want to win MonkeyBall, slow down on the comments.
Dude, this is insane. I haven't seen it this fast in a long time.
Can we give one to Dia, who made me the MonkeyBall avatar?
Are you related to
She made
Dia
us
in any
all
way?
avatars. Absolutely.
Are you
not.
related to Dia in any way?
I don't think so.
Luke, are you related to Dia in any way?
No, I'm not.
Are you accepting money on the side? Are you accepting money on the side in return for MonkeyBall allocations?
Look, I'm using the avatar she made for me. That's
Beautiful.
nice
You can give her $100. You can give her $100 worth of MonkeyBall allocation. Listen, guys, we love you madly. I will see you guys again later tomorrow, and Sheldon will see you later today. Guys, subscribe to CoinPanel because that's where Sheldino is updating his charts, and now the charts are up. There's a referral link below. Subscribe to CoinPanel. All the charts are being updated. All the buy zones are being updated. Everything is being updated. Also, join our Twitters. Follow Sheldon on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, because when I'm flying, that's the only place I can give you calls is on my Twitter. I can't go live. I can't like fly and talk, you know, do a live stream on the airplane. Follow my Twitter. See you guys later.
Much love.
Guy's name is shit.
Maybe he's the shit.
The guy's name is shit.
Or
I can't believe it. The guy's name is shit. The guy